Hi everyone, I continue on the lesson. It's review 3 and we are going to work on mixed fractions. For mixed fractions, we have a whole number and have a proper fraction beside. So here we want to add the mixed fractions. So for all operations on mixed fractions, for example, subtraction, multiplication, and division, when we have mixed fractions, we have to change them to improper fraction and then do the operation for subtraction, for multiplication, for division. If I have a mixed fraction, I change it to improper fraction and then I do the operation. But when I have addition, I can do that, yes, but if I don't and I just add whole numbers and I add fractions, it's also fine. Okay, based on my experience, it's easier for a student to follow united way for all type of questions. So you can, even for this one, you can go to improper fraction and follow um, addition, and for improper fractions change the least common denominator, find least common denominator, change denominators, and do the same thing. You can, but also you can do this. You can add whole numbers and you can add fractions, and then you can just simplify if you have to. Okay, so here I have, for example, here I have 3 pizza, and from the fourth one I divided between 5 parts, and I use 3 of them. And the next I have 2 things, and I from the third one I divided between 10 parts and I use 7 of them. Okay, so here I want to add these two numbers, so it's like this. What is 2 plus 3? You can add 2 plus 3 first and then this and this next. Okay, and then simplify further. Okay, so if you have to simplify the fraction, you do it. If you have to just add more whole numbers, you do it. Okay, so I mean just simplify if required. Okay, so again, if you have other operations, subtraction, division, multiplication, you go to improper fraction. But here you don't need. You can, you don't need. Okay, so what do you do here? Okay, what is least common denominator between 5 and 10? Which is least common denominator between 5 and 2 multiple 5, which is 10. Okay, so I have to use 2, I have to use 5, so it is 10. Okay, so I have 3 plus 2 plus 3 over 5, which is, I change 5 to 10, so I multiply by 2. I have to multiply top as well, plus 7 over 10, no change because it's just 10 in the denominator. So this is what I want. So it is 5 plus 6 over 10 plus 7 over 10, which is 5 plus 13 over 10, which is 5 plus 1 3 over 10, which is 6 3 over 10. Okay, these two whole numbers I can add them. Okay, so yeah, okay, so when you have mixed fractions and you have addition, it doesn't matter. You can find the least common denominator. You can convert each fraction to equivalent fractions, add fraction, add whole number separately, and then simplify. This is what I did. Okay, so how about here? How about here? Okay, remember, this is just for addition. If I have multiplication, division, subtraction, I go to improper fraction at the beginning. Okay, so it is 1 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 over 8 plus 1 over 4 plus 3 over 16. What is least common denominator between 8, 4, 16? Okay, least common denominator between 2 cubed and 2 squared and 2 power 4, which is 16. Okay, so it's 1 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 times 2 divided by 8 times 2 plus 1 over 4, 4 and 4. I multiply denominator with 4, top as well, plus 3 over 16. Oops. So it is 10, 10 plus 14 plus 4 plus 3 over 16, which is 10 plus 21, 21 over 16. How many 16 I have in 21? So it's 10, 1. What is left? So 5 over 16, which is 11, 5 over 16. Okay, so if from the beginning I change each one to improper fraction, I just did more calculation, more operations, and the more work I do, the more chance of mistakes. So we want to reduce that. Okay, so when we have addition and mixed fractions, I can avoid so many calculations, and I can just add the whole parts separately, add fractions separately. For fraction part, I do the same thing. I find least common denominator. I change each fraction to equivalent fraction. I change denominator. I have to multiply top as well, otherwise I'm changing the fraction, and then I just add them and simplify after. Okay, how about here? Here, so you do 3 plus 1 plus 4 plus 3 over 4 plus 5 over 6 plus 7 over 8. Between 4, 6 and 8, so least common denominator between 4. 4 is 2 squared, this is 2 times 3, and this is 2 cubed. Okay, so what do you multiply? Between 2 cubed and 2 squared, you choose this one and you choose this one. So it is 24 then. Okay, so you multiply 3 times 2 power 3, because you have 2 power 2 and 2 power 3, you use the highest exponent. Okay, so it's 24. Okay, so it is 3 plus 1 is 4, 8, I don't know what's wrong. Okay, 8, 3 over, I'm not sure what's wrong here because it doesn't let me. Okay, it's this. So I multiply with 6 plus 5. I multiply with 4. 5 over 6. I multiply top and bottom with 4. Am I right? Yeah, 4, 6. Yes, 6 and 4. Yeah. Okay. Plus 7 over 8. I multiply with 2, top and bottom. Okay. I have to change denominator. I have to multiply with a number. So I multiply top and bottom. So it is 8 plus 18 over 24 plus 20 over 24 plus 14 over, let me see, I made a mistake here. Yeah, it must be 3. Sorry, I didn't pay attention. So 3, so it must be 21 plus 24. 21 over 24. Right? So then it is 8 plus 18 and 20, it's 38, 39, 59, I think. So 18 plus 20 plus 21, yes, 59. So it's 59 divided by 24. How many 24 I have? 2. Okay, so it's 8 plus 2, 11 over 24, which is 10, 11 over 24. If you do this if you change this to improper fraction, then it will be the same thing. Okay, so you just did the more calculation. Okay, so here a mixture contains like this many gram and this many gram and this many gram of 3 different things. Okay, so what is the total mass? Of course, for total mass you add them all. Okay, So you add them all. You read the question carefully. You understand the question. The question is addition of some just substance inside. Okay. So in a solution. Okay. That's a mixture. Okay. So you have three items inside, and you want to know what is the you know each mass, but you don't know how much total. Okay. So you add them. Read the question carefully, understand the question, and then read it for second time and translate. Okay, pay attention to the units. Here you have gram, gram, gram. So you don't need to be worried about any conversion. If I have 1 kilogram, 1 gram, then I have to change to one of them. Okay, so because they must be the same. Here I just read the question once, I understand the question, then I translate to math language, and then I do just the math part. So the math part is I have to add these three numbers. Okay? So I just I have to add these three numbers. That's it. So the rest, I have to be careful with math part. I have to find the answer. I have to write the unit. I have to write the conclusion sentence. Conclusion sentence is not answer is. No. Okay, so pay attention here. Pay attention here. What's going on? Look at this. I have the same denominator. I have the same denominator. So I can say I have 2 over 3, which is this one, plus 8 3 over 5, which are this one and this one. Because they are the same. I have 1 over 5 and 2 over 5. So it's 3 over 5. I don't need to just wait until end. No, I can simplify here. And I can reduce my workload. The more work, the more chance of mistakes. So I don't want to have more chance of mistakes. So I just reduce my work. So I just add the liked fractions. Okay. So here you have 2 plus 8 plus 3. So 2 over 3. I'm sorry. Plus 3 over 5. What is between 3 and 5? What is least common denominator? 15. Okay. So I multiply this with 5. And I multiply this with 3, which is 10 plus 10 over 15, oops, plus 9 over 15, which is 10 plus 19 over 15, which is 10 plus 1, 4 over 15. 11, 4 over 15 is the answer. Okay, so far you just did the math part, but after I have to say what is the unit. 11 4 over 15 gram or kilogram or what. Okay, so I look at my question, gram, 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 so it's gram, and then I can write as a conclusion sentence, I can write the total mass of the mixture is 11 4 over 15 grams. Okay, when I read the conclusion sentence, I know what's going on. I know what's going on here. Oh yes, I know it was a mixture. I know something is inside. Okay, you can have more information. Then nobody wants to read the question because the conclusion sentence is so informative. And it must be like that. Conclusion sentence must tell what was going on in the question. Okay, it's a total mass and it's a mixture and we are adding and it shows all of them. Okay, so here subtract unlike mixed fraction. When I have subtract, I have to change them to improper fraction. I have no choice. I can't say 5 minus 2 here. I have to do, okay? So first I do, the first step is 5 multiplied 9, 45. So plus, let me see, so plus 1. So 46 over 9 minus 25 over 11. Now find least common denominator between 11 and 9. 99. Easy. Okay, so 46 over 9, I multiply with 11 and minus 25. Oops. Over 11, I multiply with 9. Remember, I multiply top and bottom. I have a reason for changing the color because I want you to see it. If I multiply denominator, I multiply top. Okay, so it's 46 multiple 11, 506 minus 225 divided by 99, which is 281 divided by 99. So how many 99 I have in 281? So 281 divided by 99, how many? 2. Okay, so 2 I have, and what is left? So I do 281 minus 2 multiple 99 divided by 99, which are, so it's 281 minus, yeah, so it's 83. So 283 divided by 99. Remember, this number must be smaller than this. Otherwise, you can continue to divide. You can continue to bring more number out. Okay? So I find least common denominator. So first I go to improper when I have subtraction. When I did to improper, then I find least common denominator. Then I change each number. Okay? And then I find the I find the answer. And then again I move back to mixed fraction at the end. Okay, so subtract, simplify, and then I go back to mixed fraction. If I don't say change it to mixed fraction, you don't need to do it. Okay, how about here? So 8 times 12 plus 15, it's this, minus 9 over 8 minus 11 over 4. Least common denominator between 12 and this is I use this one and this one, which is 24. Okay, so 11, so 1, 1, 1 divided by 12 multiple 2 top and bottom, minus 9 over 8 multiple 3 top and bottom. So first I go to improper fraction. For improper fraction, I do this multiple this plus this. 8 times 12 plus 15. 1 times 8 plus 1. 2 times 4 plus 3. Then I find least common denominator. And then I change each fraction to equivalent fraction. So for first one, I multiply with 2. For second one, I multiply by 3. And for this one, I multiply by 6. So which is 2, 2, 2 divided by 24 minus 27 divided by 24 minus 66 divided by 24, which is 129 divided by 24. How many 24 you have there? How many 24 do we have here? So 24, 129 divided by 24, 5. So you have 5 there. Okay, and what is left then? 9 over 24. Okay, here I am able to cancel, to simplify. Okay, so 129 divided by 3. So here I can say, okay, so I do this 43 and I do this 8. Okay, so I just change this and then I do divided by that. So it's 5 and what is left 3 over 8. Okay, even from the beginning I have 15 over 12. 15 over 12 I can change it to 5 over 4 and then it will be easier because I have the same denominators. Okay, so for two of them, and 4 and 8 is easier, so I can use 8 then. Okay, I don't need to use 24. Okay, I didn't do this because I wanted to show you, if you don't notice, it doesn't matter. You can just continue. It's fine. You can just, you have to just continue and just, you have more numbers and bigger numbers, and but it's nothing wrong. I can change 15 over 12 to 5 over 3, sorry, 5 over 4, and then I don't need to so least common denominator will be 8, don't be 24, and everything will be easier. Everything will be smaller, not easier. So the same operations, but just smaller. But it doesn't matter. I didn't do just to show you. Doesn't matter. Okay. At the end, I simplify. At the end, I go to mixed fraction. How about here? Before chemotherapy, a patient's tumor has this mass. After a week, it's reduced by. It doesn't say reduced to. If it says reduced to, means I start from here and I move to this one. No. Reduced by means it reduced this amount. Okay, what was the mass after 2 weeks? Read the question carefully, understand the question, read it second time and do it in math part. Okay, I have this at the beginning. It's a word problem. I have to be worried about units. Kilogram, kilogram. Oh, it's fine. I have kilogram, kilogram. I don't need to do any conversion. Each week, it reduces 1 kilogram and 1 over 8. Okay? So, how many weeks? 2 weeks. So, it is minus 1 over 8, minus 1 over 8, or I can say this, minus 2 times 1 over 8. Okay? It's fine. I know we didn't do multiplication. Okay? So, for now, I just do this one. And then oops. And then I'm not sure what's wrong here. Yeah. So, it's fine. Between 7 and 8, what is this common denominator? Before thinking about least common denominator, I have to think about improper fraction. So what is improper fraction here? Okay. So 4 times 7 plus 5. So it's 33. So it is 33 divided by 7 minus 9 divided by 8 minus 9 divided by 8. I know I can add them at 2 weeks. I can say it is 33 over 7 minus 9 over 8 plus 9 over 8. And even I can add them. So it's 33 over 7 minus, so it's 18 over 8. And so I know. Okay? But let's say I don't do it. So for now, I just follow what I know. So I know I have this mass. I know each week reduced by this. How many weeks I have? 2 weeks. So I write it this way. I start from this mass, and 1 week is, and second week is this, and what is the answer? Okay? I don't want to do anything like Just I don't want to go further. I don't want to talk about, for example, you factor negative or you add them. And so no, you can do this. You can do many things to solve the problem. But okay, so I pay attention to units, kilogram, kilogram. So here, so it is 33 multiple 8. Oops, I changed the color. 7 multiple 8 minus 9 multiple 7, 8 multiple 7. Okay, so I can change the color as well. Minus 9 multiple 7, the same. Okay, so 264 over 56 minus 63 over 56 minus 63 over 56. Okay. Yeah. So it's 138 over 56. So, which is 226 over 56. From the beginning, I could cancel. I could simplify 2 and 2. So here, 138 divided by 2, so it's 69 over 28, if I'm right. Yes. How many 28 I have there? So 3 over 28. Okay, kilogram. So it starts, I read the question, I have a mass of a start, I have 2 weeks, and each week I reduce this. Each week the tumor reduced by this amount. So I just do subtract for 2 weeks. I subtract twice. I can do 2 multiple. I can do just add them first and then subtract. I know. Let's say I don't do these and I just want to follow what I learned so far. Doesn't matter. So I do subtract. I change to improper. Then I find least common denominator. Then I find the answer. And then at the end, you have to say, after 2 weeks, the tumor mass is 3 over 38, 28. 3 over 28 kilogram. So then we know what's going on here. Okay? We know what was going on here. So it's totally shows what was going on in the question. So the conclusion sentence should have the answer, should have the information needed, just necessary information, and should have the unit. Okay? So, how about here? I have this question. So at 3 months old, a baby waited. So I'm going to just continue for this one later. Okay? Thank you so much. Bye.